Hello, friends. Hi there. You ready for another story today? I am. Hope everybody is having a great day. It has been lovely here outside. I've taken a little walk and gotten to get some sun. I hope everyone else can too if you have some sun, even if that just means sitting outside on your porch. So pretty outside, and I love taking advantage of the weather outside. Maybe I can even do a story outside sometime. Who might like that? I think I would really love that. Today's story is one of my favorites. I think it teaches such a great lesson, and it really shows how to treat your friends, how to treat people and help them and get equal rewards from doing something, and what a job well done could be like. So today's story is The Little Red Hen. I know a lot of my friends on here who watch these stories and read these stories with me. I'm fairly confident many of you have read this story before. So I hope you like it. I know it's one of my favorites. So sit back. If you have this story at home, guys, grab it. I'd love you to read along with me. Or when I show you the pages, just follow along with the pictures, whatever you enjoy the most. But it's a great story. I love it. So I hope you enjoy this with me today. I even wore red to tie in with my little red hen. So this is The Little Red Hen story. It's retold by M.J. York and illustrated by Laura Freeman. Let's get started. So, once upon a time, there was a little red hen who was a very hard worker. She lived in a little red barn with a noisy black dog, a lazy orange cat, and a rude pink pig. It's a beautiful day there, too. What do you think? One day, the little red hen found some wheat seeds. She knew she could plant the seeds and tall wheat stalks would grow. Then she could cut the wheat and bake bread, but it would be a lot of work. "Who will help me plant these seeds?" she asked. "Not I," barked the noisy black dog. "Not I," meowed the lazy orange cat. "Not I," barked the rude pink pig. It's not very nice so far. "Then I will plant them," said the little red hen. And so she did. Weeks passed. The little hen watched the wheat. First, little green sprouts began to grow. The sprouts grew taller and taller. They grew into tall wheat stalks. Finally, the wheat stalks were ready to be cut. The little red hen was excited. You know that excitement you start feeling when something that you've put work into starts growing or starts becoming bigger and better? It's a very exciting feeling. "Who will help me cut the wheat?" she asked. "Not I," grumbled the noisy black dog. "Not I," purred the lazy orange cat. "Not I," grunted the rude pink pig. "Then I will cut it," said the little red hen. And so she did. Do you think her friends will start helping her? I hope so. Now the little red hen had wheat, but she needed flour to bake the bread. She could take the wheat to the miller, who would grind the wheat into flour, but the miller was a walk and many miles away. Who will help me to take the wheat to the miller?" she asked. "Not I," growled the noisy black dog. "Not I," yawned the lazy orange cat. "Not I," mumbled the rude pink pig. "Then I will take it," said the little red hen. And so she did. There she goes. working very, very hard. The miller ground the wheat into flour. When the little red hen at last arrived home, she was ready to start making bread. First, she had to make bread dough. "Who will help me make the dough?" she asked. What do you guys think everybody is going to say? "Not I," whined the dog. "Not I," hissed the cat. "Not I," sighed the pig. "Then I will make it," said the little red hen. And so she did. The little red hen mixed the flour with water, yeast, and salt. She kneaded the dough and watched it rise. Finally, it was ready to bake. "Who will help me bake the dough?" she asked. "Oh, goodness. Not I," muttered the dog. "Not I," sniffed the cat. "Not I," snorted the pig. "Then I will bake it," said the little red hen. And so she did. I like Red Hen's little oven. Look how cool that is. The smell of baking bread spread all through the house. I love the smell in my house when I bake fresh goods. So yummy. Finally, the bread was ready. The little red hen took it out of the oven and sliced it into pieces. "Who will help me eat the bread?" she asked. "I will," yelped the dog. "I will," smiled the cat. "I will," squeaked the pig. Of course, now they all want some. "Not so fast," clucked the little red hen. "I planted the seeds. I cut the wheat. I took the wheat to the miller. I made the dough, and I baked the bread all by myself. And now I will eat it all by myself." And so she did. Now I want you to kind of think about this story, kind of as a deeper thinking. Do you agree with what the little red hen, her decision was at the end? Would you have shared the bread with your friends even if they hadn't have helped? See if you agree or disagree with her decision. Comment on my video if you would like to share with me. I find it very interesting, and I love these stories because they always have a behind the story, which is always so interesting. Get you thinking deeper. So, behind the story, this says, "Helping others isn't always fun. Sometimes our friends and family need help with things that are hard to do, and not our idea of a good time. But when we help those in need, we are often rewarded. In The Little Red Hen, we read about a group of animals that learn a lesson about hard work and its rewards. How many chances does the hen give her friends to help her make bread? Let's count them. 1. She asks them to help her cut the wheat from the field. 2. She asks for help taking the wheat to the miller to be ground into flour. 3. She asks for help making the flour into dough. 4. She asks for help baking the bread in the oven. And 5. She asked for help eating the freshly baked loaf of bread. And no one wanted to help until the very last request. It is important to help others, even when it seems like we will get nothing in return. In the case of the little red hen, do you think the dog, cat, and pig would have helped if they knew they would be rewarded with food? Think about where you get your bread. You may not cut the wheat from a field or grind it into flour. Many people buy bread from markets and grocery stores. How can you help bring bread to your table? Maybe you could help carry groceries into the house, or make flour into dough, or set the table. There are many ways to help. So I like this story because it shows that sometimes we don't always get things for free. We have to put a little work in to get rewarded for it. And that's such a good lesson, and that's such a good attitude to take to our friends and family. By giving help, we often get a lot in return, even if that's just love and appreciation. So I love this story. I love that it shares that giving helps you receive things, even if that's just thank yous and love. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you guys like this story, and if you have heard it before, I hope you loved hearing it again with me today. So enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, friends.